Yo, 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 what's up? Welcome to another episode of Around the Reef. Guys, I'm so glad to be back and talking to you again. I have to tell you this crazy story of why I haven't been able to post any Around the Reefs in the past month. It's unfortunate and very embarrassing, honestly. I didn't know if I wanted to talk about it, but I can joke about it now because I survived. But just know that, look, I'm just gonna come out and say it. I almost blinded myself, guys. So if you can think back a little bit, you remember that solar eclipse thing where everybody was like freaking out? There was like I don't exactly know. It was like what the moon was gonna like cover the sun or something like that. But anyways, I didn't really give a shit, to be honest. Like, I'm not into that really. But I was sitting on my couch the day of the eclipse, and I was just like scrolling through my phone, and I saw somebody posted a picture of the eclipse, or they were freaking out, and I was like, oh man, the eclipse is happening today. So, you know, it was just like a brief second of stupidity that I don't have like the glasses. You know what I'm talking about, like the little like fake little glass things you put on, and it allows you to look at the sun for a second. Anyways, I didn't have that. I was just like, oh, I just thought like the sun is covered, so I can look at the sun. So, anyways, I like just grabbed my sunglasses and I walked out there and I did what most people don't do, which is look into the sun. I only looked into the sun for like a second. I swear, it was literally like a second. And the sun is so bright that you literally cannot look at it for longer than a second, or else like you just know, like your brain tells you like this is wrong. What you are doing is stupid. Don't do this. So unfortunately, I like looked in the sun and only for a second, and my eyes were just bugging out. And initially, nothing bad happened. I was just kind of like, oh man, like that wasn't fun. But what happens is that once you look into the sun, the damage has been done. Like, but the effects of looking into the sun don't really pop up for another couple hours. So I just like went on with my day thinking like everything is fine. But like a couple hours later, I realized like everything is not fine. Especially my left eye was not doing well. And I never really lost like clarity in my vision. It was just like really sensitive to the light. And honestly, like it just felt like literally my eye just got like blasted. That's what it felt like. It almost like went like numb kind of. And it just gave me like a headache. And I could just feel like a twinge kind of behind my eye. I was freaking out. Like every time I like closed my eyes, it was like super bright, and it shit was not okay, people. It was not okay. And then of course I went on my phone and I start googling like like what do you do if you like look into the sun? And anytime you have like a medical issue that you want to research on the internet, it's always one of two things. It's always like one, you're gonna be fine in like a day or two. And then the second option is like, or you just blinded yourself forever. And I was just like drawing all these conclusions. I'm not an expert on eyes, so I didn't know what to believe. And I went to the optometrist the next day and I had them do an eye exam on me. And I thought they were going to say, you need surgery like now. Like I was really preparing to be blind. There was a second there where, I just kind of like accepted my fate. I just accepted it like, you're going to be learning Braille. You're going to have an eye patch. I was going to be like a pirate, people. That would have been sad. It would have been sad. But you know what? For the record, if that would have happened, I would have lived with it. I would have gone on with my life. It would have sucked. I'm not saying it wouldn't have sucked, but I would have went on with it and I would have made the best of it. But so anyways, I'm sitting in the optometrist. So I do the eye exam and I'm sitting in there just like waiting for the doctor to come out. And I'm like dead set on like, she's going to tell me I burned my retina and I'm going to go blind in a day or two. But what happened was she came in, she was like, told me, Andrew, come to the back, you know? And so I went back into the office and she pulled up my photo. They take like a photo of your eye and they can see like the back part. It's like an x-ray for your eye kind of. And they said, hey, looks just fine. Like my retina looked fine. And that was a big old sigh of relief, honestly. So they just told me to get some eye drops and go back home. And the problem was though is that like I didn't feel good though. Like they said like I like structurally was fine, but I didn't feel fine. So it really sucked. I've been freaking out and I've just been like super like sensitive to the light. I've basically been like Stevie Wonder, you know, wearing glasses like all the time, indoors and outdoors, and keeping all the lights off at my place. So slowly it's gotten better though. And I'm happy to say like, I think like literally the past like 4 days, it started feeling really good, or it started feeling closer to normal. So I'm good enough to get back to doing reefs again. But man, don't stare into the sun, people. I'm telling you, I don't know if you need to be told that. It's kind of just a human instinct. We just know not to look into the sun, but I can just say like, not even for a second. This is like a PSA, like public service announcement. Do not look into the sun. And fuck that eclipse, by the way. That thing sucked. I don't know. Did you guys watch the eclipse? Did you care when that was going on? You can leave a comment and tell me. But yeah, that was wild. But I'm glad to say I'm back now. But I miss doing these reefs, you know. I think this is a special episode. One, because I haven't done one in a month, but also I think this is number 50. This is the 50th Around the Reef episode. So we've reached a milestone together. And, you know, since I've been taking time off, I've had time to think about, you know, what's the best way to do these little videos. I mean, because I kind of experimented with like focusing on one topic. Then there's been like in the beginning, I was doing episodes where I talked about like 4 or 5 different things. So I've kind of just been tinkering with what I think is the best. And in the beginning, I was editing these videos myself, and then I've kind of like experimented with getting someone to edit them and kind of figuring out like how to do that. But, you know, I've kind of been gravitating towards the ones where I edit them myself. They're not as slick, but I think they're kind of charming when I do them myself. But anyways, guys, know that you can also get your own free Around the Reef hat. If you go to www.aroundthereef.com, you can get your free hat. I will ship it to you no matter where you live. And guys, I'm just thankful that I didn't go blind and I can get back to doing these reefs and hopefully inspiring you to be happy. So anyways, I can't wait to catch you another time on Around the Reef.
Under the sea, under the sea. Darling, it's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me.